I'm Oliver. Today, we're going to talk about why successful men feel like frauds. So, let's talk about success. You got the promotion. You closed the big deal. You received the award. Everyone is congratulating you, telling you how brilliant you are. On the outside, you are the picture of success. But what are you feeling on the inside? If you're like millions of other high achievers, you might not feel joy or pride. A voice in the back of your head whispers, "It was just luck. I fooled them all again. They're going to find out I don't really know what I'm doing." You feel like a fraud, an imposter, just waiting for the moment you'll be exposed. This feeling has a name. It's called the Imposter Syndrome, and it is a silent epidemic among successful, ambitious people, especially men. What if I told you that this feeling isn't a sign that you are a fraud, that it's a symptom of ambition, not incompetence? So, what is imposter syndrome? It's not simply humility or low self esteem, it's a specific psychological pattern where you are unable to internalize your own accomplishments. You attribute your successes to external factors, like luck, timing, or tricking people into thinking you're smarter than you are. And you attribute any failure, no matter how small, to your own fundamental inadequacy. Why is this so particularly potent for men? From a young age, men are conditioned to equate their self worth with their competence and performance. Your value isn't in who you are, it's in what you can do, what you can achieve, and how well you can win. This creates a terrifyingly fragile foundation for your identity. The pressure isn't just to succeed, the pressure is to be flawless. And since no one is flawless, the feeling of being an imposter becomes almost inevitable. Most people with imposter syndrome fall into one or more of these four archetypes. The first is the perfectionist. The perfectionist's main belief is that if it's not 100% perfect, it's a failure. They set impossibly high standards for themselves. They can get 99 questions right on a test, but they will obsess over the one they got wrong. They spend hours agonizing over tiny details that no one else will ever notice. For them, success is rarely satisfying because they can always find a flaw. Their fear is that if they produce anything less than perfect, their incompetence will be exposed for all to see. The second is the workaholic. The workaholic believes their success has nothing to do with their innate skill or intelligence. They believe they've only gotten this far because they work harder and longer than everyone else. They live in constant fear that if they take a break, go on vacation, or work a normal 8-hour day, they will be outpaced and their fraudulence will be revealed. They are the first to arrive at the office and the last to leave, not out of passion, but out of fear. Their hard work is a shield to hide their perceived lack of talent. The third is the natural genius. This archetype believes that true competence means things should come easily and naturally. Their core belief is, if I have to work hard at this, I must not be good at it. When they were young, they may have been praised for being smart and picking things up quickly. Now, as adults, when they face a real challenge that requires struggle and effort, their internal alarm goes off. The struggle itself feels like proof that they are an imposter. They avoid challenges where they don't have an immediate natural advantage. And the fourth is the soloist. The soloist believes that asking for help is the ultimate admission of failure. They have to do everything themselves. Their mantra is, if I was truly smart/competent/strong, I wouldn't need anyone's help. They will struggle in silence for weeks on a problem that could be solved in a 10-minute conversation, all to avoid the perceived shame of admitting they don't have all the answers. They see collaboration as cheating. Do you recognize yourself in any of these? Most of us have a dominant type, or a mix of two. Recognizing your pattern is the first step. Now, let's build the toolkit to manage it. Tool number one, Separate feelings from facts. This is your most powerful weapon. Your feeling of being a fraud is just that, a feeling. It is not a fact. You need to confront your emotional brain with objective data. The action. Create a fact sheet about yourself. When you're in a calm state, open a document and write down a simple bullet point list of objective evidence of your competence. Projects you've successfully completed, degrees or certifications you've earned, specific positive feedback you've received in an email, difficult problems you have solved. Keep this list on your phone or computer. The next time the imposter voice starts whispering, your job is to open this document and read it. Tool number 2. Reframe your definition of success. The imposter thrives on a toxic definition of success as flawless, effortless victory. We need to replace it with a healthier one. Success is growth through effort. Stop seeing challenges as tests that will expose you. Start seeing them as opportunities that will develop you. The goal is not to be a genius. The goal is to become better than you were yesterday. When you reframe success as learning and effort, the struggle is no longer a sign of fraudulence. It becomes the very definition of success. Tool number 3. Break the silence. Imposter syndrome gets its power from secrecy. It lives in the dark and thrives on the belief that you are the only one who feels this way. The fastest way to kill it is to expose it to light. The action. Find one trusted person and share your feeling. You can just say, I just finished that big project, and a part of me feels like I just got lucky and don't deserve the credit. I can almost guarantee you what their response will be. Me too. I feel that way all the time. The moment you realize that the people you admire also feel like imposters is the moment the shame begins to lose its power. You are not alone. Tool number 4. Learn to own your accomplishments. People with imposter syndrome are masters of deflecting praise. Someone says, "Great job," and you immediately say, "Oh, it was a team effort," or "It was nothing really." You are actively training your brain to disconnect your actions from positive results. You need to retrain it. The action. Practice a new response. When someone praises you, take a deep breath, resist the urge to deflect, and simply say, "Thank you. I'm proud of how it turned out." Or, "Thank you. I worked really hard on that." It will feel incredibly uncomfortable at first, but each time you do it, you are forging a new neural pathway. You are allowing yourself to internalize your success and teaching your brain that yes, you did that and you deserve the credit. That voice in your head, the one that tells you you're a fraud, is not your enemy. It is the shadow cast by your own ambition. It shows up when you are pushing yourself, when you are leaving your comfort zone, when you are growing. It's not a bug. It's a feature of a mind that strives for more. The goal is not to silence that voice forever. The goal is to change your relationship with it, to hear it, and instead of believing it, you learn to say to it, "I hear you. Thank you for the reminder that I'm challenging myself." And then you get back to the work that matters. True confidence isn't the absence of self-doubt. It's the courage to act in spite of it. What does your imposter voice usually tell you? Share it in the comments. You'll be amazed at how many others feel the exact same way. And if you're ready to continue building a more authentic and powerful life, make sure you subscribe.